Hi ho, hi ho, it's off to work we go. But first, hi, I'm Lex and this is Riot and we live in this 12x6 cargo trailer. I have towels all over the truck because Riot fur, and I try and keep it very clean in here. I like cleanliness, even though it's paradoxical to living outside. We got to bring the truck in to have some service on it. I'm a little concerned. I noticed some fluid from the transfer case area when I did the inspection, which I always do before I plan on setting out anywhere. Now, I had planned to just travel more north, and when I did the little inspection to my truck, I felt like I saw some fluid coming from the transfer case area, which I had the seal replaced on the transfer case in December, so I was kind of disappointed and frustrated with that. So I made an appointment at the dealership. Now, before anyone gets on me about taking the truck to the dealership, I still have a powertrain warranty. I also have an extended warranty on the truck. So it behooves me to bring it to a dealership, and I need an oil change. I'm about 70 miles early, so I'm just gonna get the oil change and the tire rotations done. Hopefully there is no real issue. I am also having the Ford dealership do a chipmunk check. Riot loves going with everywhere and saying hello to everyone. This was a very nice Ford dealer and they gave great service, and I do not feel that they ripped me off at all. Thankfully, they found no chipmunk or other issues, and they were able to replace my air filter for only $30, which I felt was very fair. Sometimes I have a hard time just sitting around, so I took a stroll around the lot, and this was the only van they had on their entire lot. They had a ton of trucks, but this was the only van. While we waited for the truck, we ran into this feed store, and I was super happy to find Bannex, which is a proverbial cure-all first aid treatment for animals and something I always keep on hand for Riot. I took a look at some gates that they had there as an idea for the trailer while at the campground, since there will be rules for the dogs. Okay, we just got back from the dealership and they did not do a stealership on me. They were very, very good. They gave the truck a bath as well, which I'm really pleased with because it was just god-awful filthy. Now, they said that everything's looking good. I asked what to do about keeping chipmunks out, and they just recommended decon. I asked about mothballs because that is actually what I have started using, was putting mothballs in there, but just temporarily. I take them out before I drive, because mothballs are supposed to be flammable, so that makes me nervous. I have the dead cat on the microphone, but it's really windy out today, so I apologize in advance if there's a little bit of wind noise. So I got the call that I can finally start my job, which has been over 2 months in the waiting. While it would have been nice to start back in April when it was scheduled to start, it's better late than never. I'm really excited to generate some more funds and to have a brand new experience out in nature, meeting like-minded people who also love to camp. As some of you know, I am journeying up by Mount Hood to be a camp host for the remainder of the summer. Now, it's my understanding that there is no cell signal up in the mountains except for when you go back down to the nearest town, which is going to be Estacada. And from what I can tell on the maps, that will be about a 30 or 40 minute drive to get into town. So what that means is that I will still be uploading, but I might only upload once a week, but it should be very worthy content. Even though I'll be working 40 hours a week at least, I do expect to be able to functionally utilize the remaining time to make worthy content and go on exciting adventures with Riot that should help to translate into interesting footage for you guys to enjoy, as well as taking you vicariously into what my job is like. I anticipate working with the general public will also create some interesting stories. Another thing to be aware of, I ask, is that you understand that as much as I love to interact with you guys in the comments section, I will only be able to see what your comments and responses are once a week when I go into town to go get supplies and then have a cell signal. So I'm going to do my very best to answer as many comments as I can while I'm in town and read as many as I can while I'm in town. But I'll also be using that time to upload video and take care of the errands that I need to take care of. So I ask that you're a little patient, as I'm simply just not going to have any ability to have a signal in order to respond. But I appreciate you guys watching, and I appreciate you commenting and sharing and liking and doing all the cool things y'all are doing, as it makes making these videos that much more fun and inspiring. So thank you. Thank you, Sarah, for my new blue chair. As some of you may remember, my other one was a little worse for wear. While I'm not leaving until tomorrow, I am starting to pack up, as you could see from me putting my hitch back in and a couple things into the truck. Something that I thought that I would do is just briefly walk you guys through what I do to get ready to go, and just keep it brief. There isn't a lot that I actually do, but I do a couple things. Tomorrow when I'm ready to go, I'll take the Trimax chalk locks off, take out these chocks, and lift up the stabilizer jacks as well. I still have one more dinner to make, so I'm gonna keep out my outdoor grill and table, but I will be washing it off before putting it in the back of the truck. As you can see, the truck is pretty well set. I got all my water full. I got some extra toilet paper. I finally got leveling blocks because I don't know if that place will be level, and I'll be there for about 4 months. So I figure I want to spend those 4 months level if possible. But really the only remaining thing to do out here is to pick up my lights, my doormats, my board. Oh, so over here I have this board that I sealed for Riot to eat on because she eats raw, and her outdoor water bowl. But if you look closely, there's a caterpillar on her board. Anyway, well, I don't have a lot much more to do out here except putting a couple things into the back of the truck, hitching up, doing about 3 walk-arounds, and then generally I drive 10-15 miles. I'll probably drive to the end of the forest here, and then I pull over, and then I get out, and then I do another walk-around and double check my chains. I'm a little neurotic about it, but I'd rather be overcautious than have a problem. Now, I don't have a lot, so there's not a lot that I gotta fart around with in order to go, and I like my life that way. So I'll move all the fruit and things into either this lower cabinet here, or sometimes I just throw them on top of the bed, and they seem to actually travel okay. Same with all the fruit and vegetables I have up here. If they don't fit in this lower cabinet here, then I'll throw it on the bed. I do use a rubber band around these to keep them from opening. I just use a bungee, little slim bungee, and I secure the handles, and it has been fine even through some gnarly roads. Usually I take my books, I throw them on the bed, easy peasy. These open shelves I was quite nervous about and used to take everything off, and then one time I just went to hell with it and decided to experiment with driving with it, and it did just fine. Nothing moved. So the only thing I take off is the mirror, because that could be unlucky. I tuck it back in this travel bag, and everything else just actually stays put as it is. I do secure these desk drawers, but just simply like that, using these binder-sized rubber bands. The last time I drove, including down this bumpy ass road to get to this camp spot, I kept all of these things just up on their hooks and they were fine, so I'm not even going to mess with that. The only other thing I really have to prepare inside, well, two things, is one, I pick up Riot's dog water bowl because it'll, even though it's in a non-spill bowl, it'll slosh. So I either empty it or I pick it up. And then the only other thing I found that is really, really helpful is to secure the mattress. So I put underneath the mattress this ratchet strap. It feeds underneath the bed, so it secures the mattress to the bed. And then I just leave it there all the time. And when I go to travel, I secure just with the one strap the mattress to the bed. And that's just because when it bumps and it jostles, I have found the mattress and everything, askew. So I simply don't have that much to do to get ready tomorrow. So I told the operations director that I should be able to be there no later than 3 p.m. I plan on being there much earlier. So I am currently 136 miles away from my campground that I'll be hosting at. Apparently, I am actually going to be working 3 different campgrounds, but they are giving me a company truck to go from one to the other. I got this job back in December, so I'm gonna be reminded of several of the things that I'm probably should remember, but it should be interesting and a good adventure nonetheless. I feel bad that I have to have Riot on a leash all the time. She's been enjoying her freedom, but someone's got to make the donuts, you know what I mean? Thank you so much for watching. We sure hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit the thumbs up if you did, and check out some of our other videos, and we will see you next time.